Hi, I am so glad you're here to learn about the gospel, which basically just means good news. And this is where we start, with God made it. See, in the beginning, there was God, and God is perfect, and he's all powerful, and he's all loving, and he's all knowing, and he did something amazing. God created the world, and he created the world perfect. And it had everything in it that we love, like puppies and kittens and dolphins and trees, all these amazing things. But when we look around at our world today, we know it's not perfect. I mean, we have things like mosquitoes, and we get sunburn when we go outside, and there's sickness, and there's pain, and there's mean people. And we look and we wonder, if God made the world perfect, what happened? Well, that's where we go next. We broke it. How did we break it? Well, we broke it because of sin. Now, we all sin, and sin is anything that we say or we think or that we do that goes against God and who he is. So, for example, God tells us to be loving and kind because God is all loving and kind. But then we're mean to our brothers, or we're selfish, or we don't share. And all of these things that we do creates a brokenness in our world. And it makes things hard, and then there's pain. But the biggest problem with sin is that it broke our relationship with God. And we are separated from God forever and ever and ever, and all things good because of our sin. Now, this is our biggest problem. But there's good news. See, God looked down at the world and he loved us so much that he didn't want us to be separated from him. He didn't want our relationship broken. So he came up with a plan to fix it. Jesus fixed it. Now, who is Jesus? Well, Jesus was God's son, and he's all-powerful God, and he came down to earth, and he was perfect. Because he was God, he never sinned. He never argued with his brothers. He never complained about his dinner or disobeyed his mom and dad. No, Jesus was perfect. And because of this, he didn't deserve death or separation from God or any of that. But he loved us so much that he chose to die on a cross for us. Now, it was a very difficult and painful death. But Jesus didn't stay dead. Nope. 3 days later, because Jesus is all powerful, he came back to life. That's the great news that we get to celebrate. So Jesus was dead, now he's alive, and he tells us that if we believe in him and in what he did, then we can have all of those sins that keep us from God taken away. We can have complete forgiveness. That means our sins are taken away. God forgives us when we believe in Jesus. In fact, in Romans 10:9, it says, if you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord, and you believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. Saved from what? Well, saved from this problem that we have with sin. The final step is we receive it. So God made it, we broke it, Jesus fixed it, and we receive it. Let me explain it to you this way. Let's pretend it was your birthday, and I came to your house and I rang the doorbell and I had this beautiful shiny gift. And you opened the door and I offered you your birthday present, and you just turned around and walked away. And so I follow you through the house to the kitchen and I say, hey, happy birthday, here's your gift. And you just turn around and you go plunk yourself on the couch and you turn on Netflix. I'm saying, wait, I have this gift for you. And you stand up and you go running outside. Does that seem weird to you? Yeah, because when someone offers you a gift, what do? You take it. You receive that gift. And that is what God is offering us. This gift of forgiveness is just that. It's a gift. There is nothing we can do to buy it or to earn it. It is just a gift offered to us. And we just need to receive it and tell God that we believe it and ask him to forgive us. Now, some people feel like in order to get the gift, they have to do some stuff. Like, well, maybe if I go to church, then that's what I need to do to receive the gift. Or maybe if I read my Bible more, or I need to follow these steps, or give all my money away, or something like that. But really, none of those things earn the gift that God is giving us. It is simply a gift that we receive. It's when we look at God and we say, God, I'm repenting of my sin. That means just turning away from our sin. We don't want to live that way anymore, and we turn to follow God. And then we say, I believe in Jesus and what he did. And then God gives us that gift of forgiveness. Now, once that happens, there is really good news. See, not only does God forgive us, but he also gives us some amazing promises. For example, he has promised that when we believe in him, we become a part of his family. We become sons and daughters of the King of Kings. We're princes and princesses in his amazing kingdom. And he promised also that one day he was going to come back. And he's going to take this world that's broken with sin and pain and death, and he's going to restore it, and he's going to make it new. And we're going to live forever and ever and ever with God in his kingdom that will be perfect forever and ever. I mean, can you imagine? It's going to be amazing. Now, I don't know where you are right now in your life, but my prayer is that as you look at this gift of forgiveness, that you would receive it, that you would tell God that you believe what Jesus did for you, and that you would want to go on this adventure with him. See, once we believe in him, then we want to read our Bibles because it's basically God's letters to us. And we want to go to church because we want to spend time with other people who love Jesus, and we spend time singing to him and thanking him. We want to do all those things because we're growing to look even more like Jesus. But none of those things can get you that forgiveness. It's just telling God that you believe it. And if that is something that you want to do, I encourage you to talk to God about it. Maybe talk to your parents too, or someone that you trust, or even give the church a call and let someone here talk to you more about what it looks like to be following Jesus. We love you guys so much, and we're so glad you took the time to watch this with us.